You are already ahead of 90% of the people your age if you can just communicate confidently. It is statistically proven that people who are better communicators get better job opportunities, make more money, and attract higher quality partners. If you look at people under the age of 25 nowadays, you'll notice that there's a supply and demand issue. There's a demand for good communicators, but there's not a lot of supply. And when there's not a lot of supply, you don't necessarily need to be the best, you just need to be okay. You'd be pretty dumb to click off this video because this video might just save the rest of your entire life. Being a good communicator is the equivalent of being a 6 feet 3 inches handsome man nowadays in our generation, so let me show you how. When I was 12 years old, I was in year 6 at the time, and I was the school captain of my primary school. I think we had maybe 30 or 40 kids, and I was probably the best speaker there. I always tried to encourage other people by telling them to never give up and to always try their best. Then, 3 or 4 months later, I started dating the other school captain, who was a good speaker as well. Around 5 months into our lovey-dovey stage, we decided to go on a Halloween trick-or-treating outing. One of my friends came along with us, so there were 3 of us. I could tell that my girlfriend was extremely attracted to my friend, whom she hadn't seen before. When we decided to go home, my girlfriend went to her place, and my friend came back to mine. He started to explain to me how he could tell that she was into him, which confirmed my suspicions. That was when I developed a lot of anxiety, jealousy, and insecurity. I started to look at myself in the mirror every single day and think I was ugly, even though I wasn't. Because I had built those insecurities, my communication skills suffered. You're probably wondering why I have this picture up here. This pipe represents your inability to speak. The tap and the quality of water represent the quality of your communication. I had, because of my anxiety, developed gunk in this tap. We don't want that, because you could be the best speaker out there, but if you have a lot of anxiety, embarrassment, or fear of judgment, you won't be able to express yourself clearly. It feels like there's a block in your throat, something stopping you from speaking. The way to get rid of this blockage is by simply asking yourself where it comes from. What's causing the gunk in the tap? Is it something from your past or present? How can you fix that? It's all about getting to the root cause of why it's there in the first place. Why can't you express yourself clearly? Why are you scared of talking to that girl? The first exercise you should do in order to improve your communication is recognizing that this gunk is holding you back. I'll leave a video at the end on how I overcame my anxiety. Once this is limited, you're never going to be perfect. I get anxious all the time, I get embarrassed, and I fear judgment quite a bit, but I just have less gunk than other people do. That means I'm a better communicator compared to others, and I get better opportunities because of it. People can sense confidence. To enhance your communication skills, you must first understand that your self-image directly influences how you speak. If you believe you aren't good enough, that will reflect in your conversations. Overcoming these mental barriers is crucial. Confidence is built from within, starting with how you view yourself. If you constantly criticize yourself, you'll carry that negativity into your interactions, which will impact how others perceive you. Instead, focus on self-improvement, not perfection. Make small, manageable changes in how you present yourself. Whether it's practicing speaking in front of a mirror or recording yourself, each step will help you reduce the self-doubt that clouds your communication. Another important aspect is seeking discomfort in social situations. You can't become a better communicator if you avoid interactions that challenge you. It's easy to talk to people you know, but what about strangers? What about those who intimidate you? Pushing yourself to engage in conversations outside your comfort zone is where real growth happens. The more uncomfortable you feel initially, the more you're stretching your communication muscles. Over time, what once seemed nerve-wracking will become second nature. This constant practice will build your resilience, making you a better communicator in all areas of life. So, how do we get better quality water, i.e., better communication skills? I'm going to share with you 4 crucial things that aren't necessarily hard to do. They are very, very easy and you can start doing them today to improve the quality of your communication. Number 1, realize that intention creates your communication. The intention behind why you speak matters. I remember when I was in year 7, and this is where my insecurities had really developed. I went up to talk to a pretty attractive girl sitting on a bench at school. It was like my 3rd or 4th day of school, and a lot of you know this story. I went in with the intention of talking to this girl to get validated by her. I didn't really want to connect with her. There was an awkward silence 5 seconds in, and the conversation just ended. If I had gone in with the intention just to connect with this girl, not to attract her but just to connect and find out more about her, trust me, it would have gone so much better. Your intention creates the type of tension. If you're talking to someone, do it to connect with them, not to necessarily impress them. Just be your best self, spread love, and spread positivity. Trust me, that blockage is going to be reduced, and your communication is going to be higher quality. This is easy, but not a lot of people like to practice it. The second tip is to read more books. There are 2 main reasons why reading helps. First, it increases your vocabulary. Half of the advanced words you hear me say, though I try not to use too many complex words for my younger audience, come from the books I read. Each time I read, which is usually for around 30 to 60 minutes a day, I highlight 1 or 2 words I want to start using more in public. If you have a really simple vocabulary, it's harder to be a good communicator. There's a cap to how well you can express yourself. So, expand your vocabulary. The second reason is that reading mentally rehearses communication. When you read, you're training your brain to process and understand language better. Various studies prove that reading improves communication skills, and I first learned about this from Andrew Huberman, who has talked about how reading helps with this. So read more, specifically books that help your future self, because you're gaining knowledge and becoming a better communicator at the same time. The third thing, which ties back into eliminating the gunk from your tap, is improving your looks and appearance. Now, I'm not one of those black pill guys who only talk about looks. I'm saying this because when you feel confident in how you look, it naturally boosts your communication. Get yourself some nice clothes that fit well, nothing fancy, even Kmart clothes will do. Get a haircut, get better sleep, take care of your skin, and eat a clean diet. These simple changes will help you feel more confident, and when you feel more confident, you'll express yourself better. The fourth and final thing that has improved my communication skills, probably the most because I do it so much, is speaking on camera. I'm going to play a snippet of me 3 years ago in my first ever YouTube video. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is not going to be about a workout, but instead, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to get abs in 4 weeks. Now, 4 weeks might sound like a short time, but it really isn't. Can you sense the difference between my tone and confidence then and now? It's much better now because I've practiced. If you want to get better, start speaking on camera. Maybe you don't want to jump straight into public speaking, and that's fine. For 10 minutes a day, or even just 5, sit in front of a camera and document your thoughts. Use it as a journal. Post it on YouTube if you want, even if you keep the videos private. The key is to practice, and you'll see improvement. If you learned something from this video, please leave a comment and subscribe, plus you can consider becoming a channel member to help me make better videos and more often. That's it from me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.